Are we in?
Now we're in.
Are we inside?
Oh.
We're inside?
Oh.
Oh!
No.
Hi.
No.
What a happy Tuesday, everyone. Didn't you miss us? Didn't you miss us and the wonderfulness? Everyone tell Mandy how great their hair looks. I think it's awesome. And matches
hair
Haze by
looks
coincidence.
so
Yes, your hair looks very good. It actually matches the
Thank
art now,
you.
which is kind of funny.
It does.
It's literally just the other way.
I had the pink removed. With certain dyes, you can get it taken out of your hair, which is great. Thanks, guys.
Hope everyone is having a great week. I'm all over the place. I'm rusty. I've been not jamming for a few weeks. There's been no shows on Magi. We've been in an RPG-less space. It was really sad. I know not everyone has. I was in an RPG-less space, which was very sad. But finally back. Lots of people were traveling the last few weeks. Some stuff happened. We're all back now. Should be good to go through the end of Armored Hearts. Thank you all for being here. Really, really appreciate it. As you probably saw during the ad rotation. Oh, and sorry for the not music. Again, rusty, and I was just not looking at the sound levels. But as you saw during the rotation, we have a new show. Stormbeard is going to be running a Warhammer campaign in 2 weeks. He has been evangelizing our Lord and Savior Warhammer and all 10,000 hammers, 50,000 hammers, 40,000 hammers. How many hammers are there? Kidding. And I
At
think
least
we're all
7.
and I think Aki is just doing her best to learn the lore to troll everyone. But it's going to be great. I'm excited for that game. Some new people during that one and some people that you haven't seen on the channel in a while. Do you all remember what happened last time?
Everything or just
I could read.
Aylin had a very big day.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your highlight last time? Was it the date that's coming soon, TM?
Say high highs and low lows. You know, I asked out Haze and was brave and did that and did not get rejected. But I also got called to the principal's office and was given big scary homework. So high highs, low lows. All my homies hate Bishop.
Was it scary for Hannah when Mech punched through the wall? That seems a little scary.
Yeah. I was pretty sure I was gonna die. Not terrifying at all to RP through.
Yeah. If you all would like to support this show, our channel, help us get more of the wonderful artwork that you see, it is Armored Tips. Is that what the command is? God, I'm so bad at this. Armored Tips, and you can help the players out by giving them dice, help removing their stress, or many, many other things. Wait, what is the $100 donation? Rescue a hero from Eclipse. I can't believe I did a random boss encounter once. That was crazy. Why did I do that? That was really rough on that Cyber Plus Punk game. But you can leave us a tip, and it was a one shot. Yeah. What's the worst that could happen? Didn't you do Pride Demon or something in a game?
I did, and somebody did donate for the Pride Demon in the Dragon Age.
Yeah,
game.
I think it was in the finale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, look at the Sea of Stars chat when you have a second.
Yes. Wait. Oh, I am sorry.
Join our Discord. Follow our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube so you can catch up on all the VODs if you missed anything. I'm just gonna talk while Frank fixes things.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't.
I've been a disembodied voice.
Definitely join our Discord if you want to know all about upcoming shows, announcements. We have a little book club chat. We talk about music and TTRPGs and books and all kinds of awesome stuff.
I'm so sorry.
Chat.
The world deserved you much earlier than this part of the show.
No, it don't. Okay, you see what a fraction of me does?
I think that the stream can handle all of you at all times.
I do not. There's a reason why this is only like 10 episodes.
Aki, I love you so much.
Mhm.
It's good to be back.
It's good
Even
to
though
be
I play
back.
with you 3
I was gonna
times a
say
week
you
now.
play with Aki at least 2 other
We are in
times, I
3
think,
we are in 3 games a week.
and counting.
Together.
It can always be more.
I have a
Mhm.
meme that I was meaning to send you, by the way. I gotta send it to you.
Oh god.
Yeah. I got a meme specific. I was like, I'm gonna send it to Mandy, and then I didn't because I was working. I'm a 26-year-old teenager. I shouldn't be fucking working, guys.
I did figure out what was causing my frame loss, by the way. Anytime I tab over to the Video Ninja tab, that's what drops the FPS. So as long as I just have the tab there, it's okay. So in theory, you all should be able to see me for the whole episode this time. So that when I start nodding as your mechs, it's not just you there waiting for me to reply because I'm nodding, but you can't see me nodding. So, you know. Anyway, it's fixed. You all ready to get sad? I'm ready to get sad.
I'm ready to get sad.
Oh boy.
Haze is already sad. Can't get that much worse.
갇혀있던 미로 속에서 마주했던 건 wall after wall, yeah. 정해진 길 찾게 되길 난 기다리진 않지. 안다고 날아 저 위로 더 위로 크게 소리쳐 Oh we are who we
Oh, that's so cool.
I believe where we left off, Aylin was in the principal's office. You've spent a few hours catching up on hundreds of years of history. What is going through your / Aylin's head as you are reading through all of this and understanding the weight of things that you never knew existed before?
Reframing everything from my sense of purpose and duty and like my role of what I'm doing here, as well as just understanding that there are consequences to keeping this to myself and doing what I'm told, and there are consequences to not. So a lot of things going through Aylin's head right now.
Do you even know what you're going to do?
I know I need to talk to Prometheus, and I know I need to talk to like my go-to, and I know that I need to talk to my team. But I think I might know what I'm gonna do. I have a gut instinct, but I need to also like give myself a second to absorb the information that I've just read.
As you should. Everyone else, you're just a normal day that ends in Y. But you, at least one of you, or some of you know where Aylin is. What's going on in your mind as the hours tick away and you haven't heard from her? Anyone?
I don't think Hannah knew that she was in the principal's office. So
I was gonna say, does anybody actually? Only person that knows
Haze, I
that
think, is the one
Haze,
that
right?
definitely
think
knows,
I'm-
but I don't know if
I think
Haze
I'm
would
the
have
only
told
one.
the rest of the crew or not.
You gonna tell the group chat?
I probably. I guess it would depend on how long I didn't hear from Aylin before I said anything. Especially since Bishop seems to be monitoring our communications. He has his eyes everywhere or whatever. And also, if Haze is kind of the mindset, if she's ever going to get any information out of Bishop, that she needs to kind of play the game for now. That's kind of how I'm approaching this. So unless Aylin's gone for a really long time, like hours, I think after like a couple of hours is when Haze would get worried.
Well, she is in
So
there
how long has she
for
gone?
at least 4 hours already.
Okay. Yeah, probably once we get close to once we got closer to the 3-hour mark, I would probably go to everybody else. Because we're probably supposed to meet. We'd meet for training like every day. All of
Mhm.
us do. We see each other daily because we're a team.
Mm-hmm.
Except on like off days or whatever, right? So
Yes. And there's not a whole lot of those on
yeah,
the Argo.
not a lot of those. No, not a military society, absolutely not. So I think in the locker room, because that's where we're reasonably sure there aren't recording devices.
That's
or
been
at
the
least not too
deduction so
many.
far. At least you've had some modicum of privacy there so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Aylin's not there when we're supposed to train, and that's when Haze looks to everybody and is like, all right. Aylin went to go meet with Bishop, and it's been a long time. At what point do we start worrying?
How long is a long time?
A few hours.
Oh, we start worrying now. I can make a call.
Well, when he interrogated me, it took a couple of hours, so.
You see, that is very worrying.
Agreed.
I can get his attention. I am under the assumption that we are not supposed to know about these meetings.
Yeah. I think that's a safe assumption.
I can get his attention, but
Yeah, but how
That-
drastic is that?
not very. I can make it a very casual conversation. What's my schedule? When do I do the conference? Very normal things.
Was the photo shoot today or tomorrow? Something
Yes.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Mundane shit.
I can buy time while you search.
Well, if she is where I went, it is a very specific location that is heavily monitored. So, yeah. I don't really know how much we can do here, Jini. I just want you to be aware.
should at least go looking for her.
I believe only one of you knows the way to that location.
Well, if I'm gonna go looking for her, yeah, I think it's a really bad idea to bring all of you.
But if you go alone and something happens to you, then we've lost both of you.
If something happens to me, I'll stop it. And I mean that literally, not heroically.
If you're going to look, I still suggest taking at least one of us. Not me. Definitely not me. You cannot bring me. I am not sure how many trackers I have.
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
No.
I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
I can't even really tell you where it is. I know where it is, but I can't tell you. And if I march down there and nothing's wrong, I'm probably gonna get in some serious fucking trouble. Not that I care about that, because it's worth it to know, but let me try messaging her first. I'll message her first. I'm gonna text Aylin.
What do you text her?
Hey, were you still gonna meet us for training?
Aylin,
Just super mundane.
you get the message while you're kind of deep in the tank, scrolling on this data pad that Bishop gave you, reading over the histories of the Argo and other ships when you get that.
And I'm alone, correct? Like
You are
Bishop has
alone.
left me to this. Okay.
Yes, he's left you to your own devices. No, not in the room. There are sentries posted on the inside of the room, but they could equally be there to protect you as to make sure you don't do anything stupid. So reasonably alone. They haven't bothered you at all.
I'm gonna text back. I'm okay. Can we meet at Prometheus?
Of course. When? What time?
Let's see. I don't know. Are we gonna get in trouble if we're not at training? I feel like no. I'm gonna say how long would it take me to get to Prometheus? I think I would just say like I think I'm good to go.
It'd take you at least like probably half an hour, but we're in the world of Fantasyland. You can meet when you want to go.
Yeah, I think I'd just say like yeah, I'm ready to go now. If you're free.
I'm free now.
All right, see you there.
I look at everybody else. You just said she's okay and she wants to meet at Prometheus.
Well, that's good at least.
I would love to get inside the head of a few people who had some heavy conversations that we didn't get to hear from since then. I would love to start with Hannah. How are you after that conversation last time? Muted.
Of course. I think she's still trying to process a lot of things. Trying to, like, a lot of it kind of... I think she understands some things, but is trying to, like, be okay with understanding that. There's a lot of confusion of what the older engines might have gone through. I think she's kind of curious of, like, what's more of that history and why, and, like, trying to understand, I guess, like, why no one wants to talk about it, but and how she relates to that. Kind of just like a little bit absorbed in her own world a bit.
Eyes kind of glazed over, paying attention but not really present.
Yeah. Very, very just trying to sort through things and just like, okay, she sounds like she's okay. Okay, cool. I can go back to thinking about everything else.
And Esmeray, you have the mystery of why your sister is being so shady or disturbed, but then seemed okay. What's been going through your head as you're reflecting on that?
Well, obviously she is very worried about her sister, but she can only do so much with the information that she's given. She would likely want to look into it a little more. And would probably do so. But she also would want to give her sister the benefit of the doubt and trust in the fact that if things did get bad, that she would come to her. Hopefully. I think Esmeray's made it pretty clear that she's like, if problem happens, come get me. But she's not a controlling sister. She's not gonna lock her up and be like, no, you can only do this. But yeah, she wants to help, but she can't help if help is not asked for. So, yeah.
Yeah. People seek help on their own timeline.
Unfortunately.
Aylin, as you leave this small complex within the Argo, Bishop is waiting there to one of the elevators to get
I was
out.
hoping so.
And he just kind of looks at you expectantly. Well?
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me whatever you want.
Why was there ever a conversation about there being benefits to returning to Terra? Why is it out of the question? I'm not agreeing with anyone. I'm just wondering why. Was it ever considered on both sides?
The truth is, no one knows what the state of Terra is or if it's even still there. It honestly seems like a better bet to try to find a new home than return back. Plus, as much as you'd hate to engage in sunk cost fallacy, we have been flying for hundreds of years out here.
But if it's more worthwhile finding a new home and we've been going so long, why haven't we found one? Are we just bent on home being space, being moving, being the ship?
Space is big. We haven't traveled far enough to find a star in the Goldilocks zone yet.
Have we ever sent anyone back to Terra to see if it's worth it?
Kind of tilts his head at that. No, we haven't.
What if somebody wanted to, not as part of a uprising, but as a recon mission?
It's on the table.
Why did you approach Haze and I?
Haze is smart, and you're smart and also not necessarily a threat.
Okay.
It's a test of sorts. What will an engine pilot, if given the truth, do after all this time? Less likely that you would start an uprising than Frost. I suppose still possible. But I don't think that's what you're about.
What do you think I'm about?
You seem more curious than angry.
The thing I'm curious about is if you, honestly, the way that Leviathan attacks have increased versus what they used to be.
Yeah.
Do you think we stand a chance if we continue what we're doing right now?
Kind of shrugs. 2 out of 5. Can't say much more beyond that. Do you think we have a chance?
Yes, but if you ask me how long for, I don't really have an answer for that.
The Sojourner and us don't have any good solutions. And just in case our communications are drawing the Leviathans, we try to keep it to a minimum.
What do you think the ship would look like without the hourglass? Do you think that it's keeping everybody safe? Do you think it's... What do you think the people of the Argo would do without it? Just curious.
It's a tough question. We know what did happen. Things were a little bit more relaxed. Undisciplined, but free. But freedom in an enclosed space like a ship flying through the Kuiper belt is a little bit dangerous, and all it takes is a little bit of tinder to ignite a bonfire.
Well, I'm glad that you don't see me as Tinder, sir.
No, you all seem, if not committed to the cause in spirit, committed to the cause by your actions. Survival of our species is a worthy pursuit, wouldn't you say?
I'd say that.
Even if you're serving a oppressive, secretive shadow government.
Your words, not mine.
Well, here we can be honest with each other. You heading back up?
If it's all the same to you, I think I'll just take a chance or take the moment to visit Prometheus. Just have a rest for a second. Just think about. Just took in a lot of information, sir.
Yeah, take the day. And you know how to get a hold of me.
I appreciate that. I will.
There's a few Leviathans we spotted pretty far out on our scopes. Don't be too busy. We might need to call you into service soon. Well,
Always ready.
I say we, but that's not really my area.
Never too busy to go out and do what we gotta do.
Good luck. You make your way to Prometheus, and I believe Haze is waiting there for you, along with your engine.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody else wanted to come. Please do, let's
Yeah.
have a group scene.
Yeah.
I miss you guys.
I was gonna say you can't just like
I miss
be
you
like, by
guys."
the way, shadow government, and one of us might be missing. Oh wait a minute, let me text her. She's not missing, guys. What?
She said she's fine.
False alarm. The fuck?
This is definitely her, by the way.
Well, it seems that your entire squad is waiting for you there when you get there, Aylin.
Oh. I think Aylin would be surprised at that. Hey guys, do you want to just hop up into Prometheus real quick? Prometheus, you don't mind, right? Can we just take a minute?
Prometheus shoots you a
All of us?
look like, what am I, a joke to you?
All of us? Oh.
I just look at him, I'm like, I just shrug, I'm like, sorry, just mouth sorry at him.
Oh.
He reluctantly opens up the cockpit. You can all barely fit, but it is a tight squeeze
We're snuggling.
to get 5 people into an engine cockpit.
Is this because you want privacy? Because
Are you saying that, or is Esmeray saying
oh,
that?
this me saying that because
Yes.
Okay, because I put in our little chat, but didn't you say, Frank, like when we got the training facility, we get our own private locker room?
Yes. That does not necessarily imply privacy, though, since they spy on you in
Valid.
this world.
Fair.
But yeah, it's
Just
more
checking.
private than the normal locker room would be.
Proceed.
And thank
See what
you
happens
for.
when you put us in a surveillance state, Frank?
I-
People shoved in a single cockpit.
I encourage paranoia. All good.
I'm
I have
incredibly
5
paranoid.
people in the cock.
Listen, I also wanted Prometheus to hear this.
Okay. Well,
I'm
This saves me time. I'm trying to be efficient.
I'm
the
gonna
floor
turn
is
off.
yours.
Valid.
I just want to state, I'm gonna turn off my ear, and cover my eye again. I'm gonna be eye patch Jini for a little bit. I know, like I don't trust it. I just don't trust these things on me.
You're
And
probably
just in
right
case
not
you
to
all
trust it,
forget,
Frank.
training facility lets you spend a downtime action to gain 2 XP. In Sun specifically. So
You guys
if
better start spending some downtime to maximize the amount of
These
XP you
games.
can get.
I'm pretty sure I spent all my downtime, so I'm kind
yeah,
of
if anyone had any left, you can use it, but otherwise, next time. There's always another cycle.
Mm-hmm.
The floor is all of yours. The GM will shut up now.
All right, why are we crammed in here?
Sorry, I
really
know
hope-
it's not a lot of space. Also, sorry, Prometheus.
Paladin might get annoyed with me.
Annoyed or jealous or
I don't know. He's pretty sentimental, so.
Some of them can be a little bit jealous, I think.
Don't they just
Hannah, are you
watched me
okay?
do that? So
Sorry about the hole in the wall.
the whole.
Who
I'm gonna
else
stick my
witnessed
head
that?
out of. I'm gonna go stick my head out of Prometheus
There is
now.
a enormous hole in the wall that
What the fuck?
engineers
Wait,
are
why are-
trying to weld shut.
Wait, why are you sorry? But did you do that?
I might have caused it, but yeah, we can dig into that later. But you're safe.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad you are too, Liz, looking at the hole in the wall. I'm really glad that you also are safe. So I'm just gonna come out and say it. First off, none of us like Bishop, right? We're all in agreement.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Useful,
So
but a dick.
Bitchless.
Maidenless.
Made
Fucking what the fuck?
So, what do you guys know about... God, how do I even say this? Oh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. So, I was given information to read. And I was specifically given the information to read because I know that we don't talk about it a lot, but I know that I'm different than you guys. I know that I can't do the things that you can do. And some of you have had different feelings about that. I don't know where you are about it now, as far as where I belong in this group, given what I can and cannot do. But apparently, because of that, Bishop doesn't see me as a threat, but he sees you as threats. He sees Elevated as threats because, oh god, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Because, if you guys, do you guys ever think about if we just weren't in a ship anymore? If we were just on a planet like Terra, like, what if someone was like, oh, Terra, we could just be there? Just think about, oh god, how am I gonna say this? Think about, what part? Do I say all of it? Oh.
Do you need like 5 minutes?
No, I'm good. I'm good. How?
Just
Listen, okay, here we go. I've got it.
Rip off the bandage. Come on.
take a
I've
breath,
got it.
honey.
You're gonna be alright. You're safe here.
Oh, I almost forgot to let it out. I felt I was gonna pass out for a second. Okay.
We can all turn around. You know, if
Yeah,
it
could
make
you?
less
Yeah,
cover
if you
our
guys could
eyes?
just not look at me for a second, that'd be good.
Okay.
Actually,
All
that'd be. Yeah, thank you so much.
I just
Oh,
turn
sure.
around, yeah.
Hands kind of peaks a little bit. Are you sure?
So, what would you say that you are most loyal to doing what we do? Where does your loyalty lie? What is your purpose? What are you most loyal to? I'm sorry, I'm feeling a little brave. You guys can look at me, but if I change my mind, will you turn around again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you so much. I really
Protecting the Argo, of course.
Checking the Argo, right? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Protecting the people on the Argo.
The people.
Right. Yeah, the Argo. Those are our people.
Let me be really specific since we're having this conversation. It's about making sure everyone is safe.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
The ship. If we can make sure everybody's safe and not be on a ship, I'm fine with that.
Whew, okay. Yep. I felt like I knew you were gonna say that. Aki, what are you most loyal to?
Okay, so yes, yes, Jini, and Jini makes a face like, pursed lips. Both of her lips are inside of her mouth or something.
Oh yeah, I'm asking Jini and Aki.
It's okay. We're this is the same at this point. And Jini's gonna think for a bit. I still want to protect the people. That's kind of been the only want for a very long time. That will remain the main loyalty, but cannot say that I have higher priorities. It is you all. I'm realizing you're a bit frazzled. So, my priorities are protecting you first. All of you.
Like,
And-
just the squad? What about everybody else?
Whoever flies out with me. Everybody else, I mean, we fly out, we lure the Leviathans away. They are safe. But my main priorities will always be us. And whoever flies out with me. It includes you too, Prometheus, and I will tap, I guess, the inside of him. Boom, boom.
I will also pat Prometheus.
You just hear a groaning and feel a shuffling as he just shifts awkwardly.
Sorry.
It's like you put too many marshmallows in his mouth.
Yeah.
What else could it be?
And not a flavor he particularly likes, doesn't hate
You
it,
told-
but it's a little bit
Yeah,
weird.
my guy can't chew nothing. It's just stuck.
I mean, they choose. They choose who is allowed to pilot them, so this is kind of violation of that,
Yes,
isn't
it is a little uncomfortable, but they are going through it.
Esmeray, what about you?
Well, I would say the people as well, but I also agree with Jini's sentiment that since we are the ones going out, we're my priority.
See, this is why they don't want us to get this old. We get sentimental.
Because if they don't have us, then they have no protection either. So we kind of have to put ourselves first in some ways.
Oh, it's so funny you say that. Okay, and Hannah.
I mean, the people matter, but I mean, honestly, it'd have to be my family and you guys.
Yeah. Well, so Esmeray, what you were saying about they kind of need us. Oh, I found out something that I'm not supposed to tell anybody, but nobody can hear us in here, and you guys. This stays in Prometheus. I'm so sorry, Prometheus. I will make this up to you. This stays in this cockpit. Well, I also
Nice,
wanted you to
darling.
hear it too. So there was a group like us of, well, like you guys, elevated people, and they wanted to go back to Terra. They didn't want to be out anymore. Just Leviathan bait, because the thing that the Leviathan want, it's not people, it's not us, it's the core that are powering our ships. So as long as we're here, as long as we're not on a planet, this is what's going to happen. They're not going to stop. And there were people that wanted it to stop. And that's was quelled, and that's why the Vanguard exists. That's why also the Hourglass exists. And that's
So
by proxy why Jini's job exists. Why Jini has to do what she does is to make a certain appearance. And Haze, your dreams, your visions, your people being tortured, or people who are not in line with that vision. The Hourglass Network isn't like a secret from the Argo, isn't like a secret offshoot of the Argo. It's part of the Argo. It's part of all of this. And maybe I just doomed all of you by telling you that, but we're a team. And I don't want to lie to you guys. And my loyalty is to the people in the Argo. and to you guys, and I don't think it would be in a line with that to not be honest, because I think maybe the alternative is we just keep churning in this machine where we're piloting engines and getting killed and maimed and killing a Leviathan occasionally, but they're increasing the attacks so much that sure, it's like every like couple weeks now. It used to be a lot more spread out. It's good. When is it? What are we gonna do when it's every day? What are we gonna do when we're the last ship and it's every day? I can't say that that's better than, I don't know. I asked Bishop about recon to Terra, and he didn't seem against the idea. Maybe there's some happy medium. Maybe I put forth. I mean, I know that they need protection, but I don't know. Maybe it's crazy to think that there could be both. That we don't have to like abandon ship right now, but we don't know what's going on at Terra. But Bishop said that he doesn't know, but I also don't trust him. Maybe Terra's fine. Maybe Terra's beautiful. Maybe Terra's a place that we could just be and not have. God, how many people died while we were gone? What was it, 10,000? I don't want to live in reality where 10,000 people die and then we just go back to work. I don't know, maybe we don't have to. And he also told me all of this because he said that I wasn't a threat because I wasn't going to do anything, because the last time people tried to do something, they were elevated.
In
Well,
this
that's
moment,
rich.
In this moment, Haze is remembering the conversation with Prometheus.
Which part in particular?
Aylin will save us all.
Sorry to drag you guys into this. And maybe I should have just kept it to myself. Maybe I should have slept on it. Maybe I should have just asked you, Prometheus.
No.
Hey.
No.
No.
Don't even go there.
You did the right thing. If I'm gonna fight and die out there, I want to fucking know why.
Agreed.
I'm sorry, and I know
that it doesn't have to be this way. I'd like to find another way.
I think there could be one. And I'm sorry. I know too, dragging you guys into this, your families. Prometheus, did you know any of this?
Yes.
Do all of you know about this?
Silence.
I think the older ones know more than they let on.
Prometheus, have you ever been to Terra?
No.
Do you know if any of the engines have?
Don't know.
I gotta talk to Paladin. He's really old, you guys. I don't think you understand. He might be one of the oldest ones that's still alive.
Maybe he knows about the Vanguard that... I don't know, maybe he knows about the elevated that rose up. Prometheus, did you know any of them?
Yes.
mean, I have a report, but it's also, I have to take everything just with the knowledge that it's what Bishop wanted me to read.
They dreamed of home.
They do. I've seen the ships that you built. I've seen what your life was like before you had pilots. A little bit.
Prometheus, do you have a home that you want to go to that's not here also?
No longer.
The Leviathans. They hurt your people too. I know it. I saw it.
I mean, if not Terra, then, I mean, there has to be... Is it crazy to think if not Terra, there has to be a planet that could be home that's not... I mean, not just for us, but... Like, why can't our engines be there too? If what they want is the core of the Argo and... I mean, the other ships, then just... If that's all they want, if they don't want us, if we're just in the way... Wouldn't it be easier to just let them have it?
Why did the
You see that-
Leviathan go after the engines? Did you have the same kind of core in the ships you
Similar.
built? Well, that means there's options. Make a power source that doesn't attract Leviathan, or find a planet.
I mean,
It's not the
from what...
engines that they want, and it's the core, or something like the core. And we need to figure out a way to remove that from the equation, I guess.
I mean, from what I've read, there's not a set explanation for the core, for how it's working, what the Leviathans want with it, but I mean, that's what research is working on. If we can talk to somebody in research, if we can talk to somebody trusted in research, maybe there's something.
Aylin, has any of your readings talked about why we haven't been finding a planet?
No, Bishop didn't really have an answer when I asked him about it. He said he didn't know the state of Terra and that space is big, basically, and that it's easier to keep order on a ship like this. I don't think they want to find a planet.
I don't think so either.
No.
Esmeray, your sister
Because-
works in research,
She
I know.
does.
but I trust yours a lot more right now.
She does, yes.
Have you ever
Could make
talked to her
some-
about the core?
I have not. But I know she's been working on something. She just won't tell me what it is. So, I suppose I could try again with this new information.
I mean, be
Maybe
careful about what you talk to her about, but maybe just there's some way you can adequately convey how high the stakes are. Well, your sister and you seem to get along a lot better than mine and I do. I feel like there's something you could say to her.
I can certainly try.
Because I know that you said I did the right thing by telling you this, but knowing that the Hourglass Network and the government are one and the same, and Haze's visions, I don't want anything bad to happen to any of you just because of what I'm telling you right now.
And right then, klaxons start going off.
Oh, Lord.
Haze is the first out. We'll talk about this later.
Over all of your radios, you hear Staff Sergeant Jones. Alpha Squad, there's been a sighting.
God damn it, I didn't bring my suit! Me still in workout gear, running.
Well, until we figure this all out, we still have a job to do, I guess.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. This is gonna be a weird one. It's Trillis. Which, I promised you all names for the Leviathans eventually, and thanks to my time off. Trillis is an enormous sphere that seems to have lines carved into it. And its attacks largely are light-based. Lights, lasers, and the occasional high energy blast.
Is it like multiple little lasers, or something like that? Like, does it have a bajillion eyes along the lines?
It does not have a bajillion eyes. From what you can tell, it has...
Boo! You could have made a clam! Boo!
It is not a clam. It looks mostly like a perfect sphere, and doesn't appear to have
Wouldn't
eyes,
have made a
nose,
Jesus
mouth, or
clam.
anything.
You got like one
accurate
laser
clam.
area? Is that what it is? One
Do
laser?
the lasers come out
Is it a
all over
Death
the
Star
place?
then? Is there like a hole where it's like if we just
Imagine
hit that
on each
hole.
of the axes, think of like in terms of longitude and latitude lines,
I see.
and lasers will come from the grid in different places on
You
it.
coulda made a Jesus clam. Have you ever seen what a real clam looks like? Like what a clam, like a living clam looks like? Don't look it up.
Where
if
is
you're
this
scared of
clam
eyes.
obsession coming from? Did you just go to like Red Lobster or something recently?
No, because everything is like
What do
cephalopod,
clams
and I'm trying to like
look
think of
like?
like, ooh, what is this one based on? What is this one based on? You know?
I
And
get
I'm
you.
like, oh my god, we could have had a Jesus clam. You
What
know,
the
be
fuck?
very, you know,
It's one or
because
the other.
Googling
the
it
angels
now.
are like, be not afraid, but
Yeah,
this one is
yeah.
be very afraid.
Yeah, yeah, as they do.
I'm trying to look it
Yeah.
up.
I don't
It's
like
only
it.
showing me dead ones. I'm mad.
I don't like what I just saw. And I don't like the Leviathan either. Let's go kill it.
Are we gonna go
yeah,
two for
okay.
two?
That is kind of terrifying.
I mean, if you want, you all could
Yeah.
ignore it and
the-
let the Leviathan get to the Argo, or you can suit up and
No, we're
go,
gonna
you know?
We're
That's
gonna go
fine.
kill a thing.
I was already suited
I'm also
up,
mad
okay?
that it's not a clam.
I'm doing the
Everyone's
awkward
taking them.
Midwestern whelp. Just everyone's in my cockpit. Well.
We're gonna
No,
go two
The
for
GM
two,
will
and
take
we're
your
gonna kill this
your
one too.
clam desiring under advisement.
Lord.
Will you also consider barnacles?
Everyone's
I will
taking
consider all types of shellfish and aquatic.
You
Animals
don't
and
understand,
plants.
man.
Okay.
Deep
I have
sea
a
life.
shellfish allergy. I'm offended.
Oh,
Exactly.
no.
It's extra. Then it's extra terrifying to you.
I'm very scared.
Oh no.
Everyone stay clam.
Clam down.
Thank you for that, Sparrow. That was
Yeah,
good.
thank you,
very
Sparrow.
So wait, I'm still in workout gear. Is Paladin gonna get pissy at me because I'm not wearing my super cool print suit or what?
Nah.
Okay, cool.
I don't think Paladin's the type to get pissy about things like
I got my
that.
high tops on.
Imagine being accidentally in your pajamas, and then you're just like, I guess we're fighting. Like,
I guess we're fighting in pajamas. Well, you told me to be ready. I was in the middle of training, and I said, "Bet."
I'm sorry.
I mean, we don't wear our pilot suits all the time. I guess.
Jini does.
Most of the time, but yeah, I was say
Yes,
it depends
yes.
on its individual, preference.
Sadly,
I don't like having
Jini has to
frilly
make.
pauldrons on 24/7. Are you kidding me?
Quit yapping and get to your engines.
I'm
Yeah,
already in my
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah.
Like, I was.
This
Y'all
is
gotta
us
get
yapping,
ready.
not them
I
yapping.
stayed
Okay.
ready. I'm yapping so that way there's an appropriate amount of time for these bitches to put on them tight pants.
I get to Paladin and I'm like, please don't be mad at me. Please don't be mad at me. As I'm like trying to get ready.
Paladin just shrugs and opens up.
And the whole fight, every time you fuck up, Paladin's just like, but those pauldrons would have made sure we succeeded because I'm sentimental.
Fuck my life.
lucky shoulder pads.
Just
So,
getting bullied.
thankfully, this is a tier 1 mission, and you all, I believe that the Argo is still at tier 3, thankfully. It is. So, you'll get 2 bonus die just for that.
Good.
We get to, we're rolling real dice,
Oh,
right?
and I have links with Paladin and Jini going into this. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I have links with Jini and
Wait, do I have
Tethys
any?
too.
Do I have any links with Aylin from our date thing, or is that just what Aylin has?
Who with you? Because I
Two.
rolled poorly.
We each get 2, right? Is that how that works?
No, it's whoever takes the action gets them with the
Okay,
other
so I
person.
don't. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's Aylin to me.
But
not
they
the
can
other one.
Aylin can always use their links to help you out, I believe.
Okay,
All right, rolling 3d6.
let's go.
That is a success, a controlled position. See, sometimes things work out.
Yeah.
Sometimes. A few of the times.
And you see, you are not alone, as a few other squads launch out at the same time you do, launching out into space. There is still time to approach this thing, as it is pretty far away. You've managed to
Which
catch
squads?
it. It is the somewhat diminished beta squad with 2
Beta.
missing members. And Gamma Squad with their full set of 5.
Oh, so we're not going military phonetic alphabet? Okay.
No, we're going Greek. This is Greek themes, not military themes.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
It's bullying.
Love a good Greek theme.
How do you all want to approach this extremely large sphere as it is going through space, and you just see randomly flashing from the different axes are flashes of light, like it's
We fought it
discharging
before,
power.
right?
You have fought it before.
So do we know where its weak points are already?
It does not appear to have any weak points. Whenever you try to, well, I say that. It's weakest along those latitudes when the flashes of light are coming, but it is still extremely hard and reinforced armor. It's
How
really
big
only
is
by
it?
sustaining attacks to a certain area can you start to actually do some damage to it. But otherwise, it's been very resistant to attack so far.
Do we get to command the other squad
You can...
since we're Alpha Squad?
So
You don't...
Like, hey, everybody focus this point.
You don't have chain of command over them, but
Well, not
you
like command, but like, hey, coordinate with them. Like,
Yes,
hey,
you
everybody, let's
can.
attack here.
you can. Whether they listen or
Okay.
not, that is another story.
Oh,
How big is this thing compared
Fucking
to
better. I
us?
kick all their asses in training.
It is about the same size as the Argo, so it is massive.
Jesus.
Okay. So I can't kick it like a ball.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was gonna kick it.
Like a bowling ball or a soccer ball?
Yes, all those bowling balls that.
No, this thing is more like a wrecking
it.
ball, a giant
shit.
city-sized wrecking ball.
So we need to chain it up like Miley Cyrus. Okay, got it.
What's your move, friends?
I say we-
Holy.
Overwhelm this thing and get it out of here. Maybe just make it feel like
Start
it's not worth
blasting.
it. So anyway,
You started blasting.
So anyway, start blasting.
Certainly an
If we
option.
want to do like a coordinated a group attack, we could do that. Make it a group action. And I
Make it a
got
group
synchronized. Yeah, make it a group activity. I'll transcend just to make this work even better. Because I also have beacon. And we could
Mhm.
because overwhelming it does seem like a good idea. So it's like if we start doing that, and if we can somehow like warp grab the other hose to do it with us, and it'll be like at minimum 10 bitches all hitting the same point.
Minimum
Okay.
bitches.
Mhm.
Yeah, minimum
Lot of
10.
bitches.
Minimum 10.
Minimum 10.
Agreed.
Minimum
So
10
each of you
bitches.
describe how you were piloting your engines and exactly what you were doing, and then who's getting on the radio to coordinate with the other squads.
I think in a rare moment, coming off the high of just coordinating with everybody and like getting all this stuff out, I think Aylin's just gonna hop on and be like, let's just get this thing out of here. Like, let's, we're all gonna hit it from, and then just get it. Maybe would it work in like coordinates, like thinking about like
Yeah,
kind of coming down at a side? Yeah, just
I mean, you can
whatever the
literally think
coordinates.
of it in longitude and latitude. Just
Yeah, I'd give the longitude and latitude of that and being like, that's your target. Like, let's lock in, get it out of here, let's go.
What attribute would you say this leadership is, Aylin?
I think maybe defy. It's not. It goes against just how she has been operating. It is literally defying like her sort of set role of being like, I'm the odd one out. I'm the different one here. Like, you guys are the elevated.
I'll buy it.
Hey, thanks.
Thank you, GM.
Thank you so much.
So that is going to be
Why?
controlled and standard effect.
And could I use a link with Prometheus while I'm making this attack too? To add an extra die. Is that how that works?
Yeah. Yes.
Because I'm using him to hit this thing.
Yes. Also, I think you're acting in accordance with your engine's attribute of powerful. So go ahead and do your rolls.
So how many bonus dice would that be? That's
I believe that is another extra one for acting with your engine's interests in mind.
two.
So one for the attribute and then one from Prometheus, and then if you're spending a link, that would be 2 bonus die. So you'd be rolling 3 total.
3 total. Okay, perfect. So I get to take the highest.
What was the roll? Oh, 6.
6.
Wait, you rolled 4 dice instead of 3, but that's okay.
Wait, why did that roll 4? Why did that?
Why
I
not
added
more?
3.
It's okay.
Why not?
You're
10?
still a 6 anyway. Success. And I need to make a clock for this guy. How are the rest of you attacking this spot? Wax poetic
yeah,
for
I'm gonna,
me.
I think I'm also gonna do the thing. I'm going to transcend because we all want to just get this done. No more holes in the side of the ship. We gotta fucking keep this thing away. So we're going all out, balls to the wall. Yeah, definitely transcending. So cape comes out, sword and shield, and I'm just ready to go directly for the coordinates. Is this like when we did Eclipsed Hearts, where we can describe things that we can do that aren't necessarily the transcendent moves we have, like the special abilities we have? We can still make stuff up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So
Limited only by your imagination, and also you're in giant mechanized biomechanical weapons. So if you want to invent some weapons you've got on the mechs too, do that too.
yeah. I think, like, with Paladin, I swipe the sword a certain way and it sends out like a wave of like this kind of like dark energy that's kind of hard to see against space because it probably looks a bit like space. To kind of like warp the area that hits the Leviathan and like further fuck up that specific area. Maybe like phasing part of it out of time a little bit, to make it easier for other people to actually do damage
Oh, I
to
see.
it directly.
It's like marking
that.
it in a way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm creating like an opening in a sense.
Analyze or you tell me.
Analyze, flow, defy. I think all of those work.
Analyze or flow, I think most fit,
okay.
but I would
Question.
Yes.
When I'm not transcended, I have 1 pip in both analyze and flow, but I have that extra pip. Does that mean I have 2 dice or I have 3 dice? How does that work? Because I don't have the pip in the middle between the two.
If I let me
Do you
get
see
your
what I
sheet.
mean? Because we all had that ability that gave us the transcendent
you still
pips.
only have 1 until you get that second pip, and then you would have 3.
So it's locked until okay, so it is 1. Okay. I'm gonna push myself then, so I can have 2. And
Okay.
I'm gonna do flow because I'm manipulating time to create a weakness.
Okay.
That's a 5 and a 1.
Okay, partial success. Anyone else? And then I'll describe everything at once.
Yeah, I think Esmeray would definitely take that opportunity that Haze opened up. She would also transcend. And I imagine that she kind of, because Tethys's wings are kind of like blades, but I also feel like kind of like Lancelot from Code Geass, where you pull the blades out of the back.
Sick reference. Yes.
And she would just take those and get in close and start tearing shit up.
That sounds very much like Defy to me.
Yep.
So it's going to be controlled and standard.
Okay.
Wait, are you transcended or not?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, controlled and standard.
And I'm gonna push myself so that I get 2 dice. A 5 and a 6.
Okay. Anyone else in this volley?
I wouldn't transcend, but I'd help lay down fire. But mostly like trying to pay attention to see if there's like anything atypical, since we had our last encounter. We fought ones that like were a little bit different than what we were expecting. So trying to keep an eye out for abnormalities or things that might have changed or might be different with this one.
Definitely sounds like analyze. So it's be controlled and limited effect.
Controlled and limited. So I get 2 dice since I have 2 pips.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Limited. No, I get 2. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. I rolled a 6.
Okay. So, and then Jini, anything from you on this opening salvo?
Yes, but I was debating if I'm gonna jump in on also the big volley attack, or if I'm gonna set up specifically to defend everybody when this thing eventually hits us back.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm
That's fine. If
You
you
know,
want to do that,
mhm.
just wait and get
Yeah.
ready to defend.
I'm gonna get ready to defend for sure.
Okay.
This thing will hit us back.
So you all launch these attacks, and you see the other two squadrons, they start firing with their weapons as well. Some of them transcending, some of them not, some of them a little hesitant because of the last battle in which they fought. But you make contact, and at first, the first few hits seemed like they just start denting the armor, but as Esmeray goes in and starts slashing after the plating of this enormous sphere have already started getting hit, you manage to chip away and start digging into it. And you feel the thing rumble, and in your head psychically, you all feel this thing scream. It extremely loudly, and it flashes out an extremely bright light. You all shield your eyes, except unfortunately for Haze. I need you to take a temporary level 2 harm, blinded, as this light is so bright that you can't actually see for a moment. This will fade in time.
Can I hate that. I don't like that. I don't want to not be able to see.
You can resist it, absolutely.
Well, I was gonna say, can I use Saw It Coming? I can expend special armor, or I can use Rewind Return to flashback to make sure that I'm ready to shield my eyes because we fought this thing before.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna use Rewind Return because flashbacks cost 1 less stress when I use that ability.
That's cool.
So
I didn't know
timeline
about
in the
that
past,
one.
I made the mistake. Yeah, it says you have been through this timeline at least once before. Flashbacks cost 1 less stress than normal. How did this go wrong the first time? So the first time, I got blinded, maybe a little more permanently in another fight with this thing in another timeline. And so as a result, I'm aware that I need to shield my eyes.
Yeah, you might have even
so that only
brought,
cost me 1 stress, right?
Yes, and you brought goggles this time.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna say that will completely ignore the harm in this case.
Okay.
Not even taking level 1. Unfortunately, this thing also is very powerful, and after taking a bunch of damage to it, it starts vibrating sonically, and you see light and sound begins to emanate along the cracks of this thing. And unless you all would like to take harm, I'm going to need resistance rolls from the team as the sound begins to constrict and alter the structure of your engines. But if you would like to take the harm or have your engines take the harm, that is an option too.
Resistance would just be.
This would be a resistance to something physical, which I believe is it sun? I believe it's sun.
I think that's sun. Okay,
Wasn't I
so it'd just
prepared
be-
to do a big defense?
Yes, you were. Would you like to narrate how you would shield your friends from this amazing attack?
Yeah. Okay, you said it was like a sonic light-based attack?
Yes, both sound and light coming out of
Okay.
every one of these lines along its body.
All right.
How are you protecting your fam?
I got this. I got this. While everybody was attacking, it bought me enough time to make more webs, essentially, because Aranthe uses hard light when it comes to making these things. And so I think just as it's ready to attack, I'm going to try and the equivalent of closing a shutter. I'm going to make it blink.
Ooh, that's cool. Okay,
That's very
that
cool.
is probably what? Perceive? Flow? Defy?
Would you give me flow?
I think flow is fine. Yeah, that's why I
Um,
listed as one of them. I think flow makes sense for this.
Can I? My intention was to transcend and do this, but
That's fine.
is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can transcend at any time for any reason or no reason at all. You can transcend if you just want to look cooler.
Yeah, I do want to look cooler, and also I want to get 3 dice. No.
Just make sure you
Nothing-
all check
nothing,
off your
you know.
transcendent actions as you're using them.
Yeah. Yep. Da, 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 da. 5.
Partial.
Partial, yeah.
So
Dodge.
describe how you do this and describe how it goes wrong, as you were going to take some amount of harm from this.
So I think it did not notice me basically webbing it up. And Aranthe can have many arms, so every arm is holding like several threads, several strings, which kind of hold everything together. And we quite literally have to like jump and kind of propel ourselves downward to make the blink happen, and that's exactly what we do. And I think while we are successful in making it blink and saving the squad, I think a little bit of the beam kind of is able to shoot out right as we close it, and it will hit me since I'm right in front of it.
And it just starts to I know your veil, Aki, so I'm not going to describe it, but I am just going to say that Aranthe gets did I say it right? Aranthe?
I've been calling her Aranthe.
Aranthe, thank you. Gets seared, and ooh, I haven't done any engine harm yet.
Does it have to be her that takes it? Can I take it instead?
You don't have to start either.
You want to take it instead of your engine?
Yeah, I want to take it instead of my engine.
All right, you can take level 2 harm instead. But everyone else, as you do this, the threads like shatter as it like takes the impact, but you all are saved from harm from this attack. And you see that Aranthe and Jini get blasted back. But it managed to shield you all from this enormous attack.
Can I ask, with my 6 that I rolled earlier, did I notice anything in particular that might be atypical about this thing?
Yes, it seems agitated. Which, how does a sphere seem agitated? But you just get a feeling that this thing is agitated. Like, it is behaving more erratically than usual. The flashing light and the discharge of energy as it approached, it does not usually do that when you've encountered this before.
Okay. I was like the idea that we just read on spheres for a while, just like, yeah, it's just big sphere.
Yeah.
Inky sphere.
But this thing looks, and along the axes, it starts to separate, and you see all of this internal circuitry and like glowing metal, glowing in pulses of red and blue inside, as if it's charging up or recharging after discharging this big attack, and then
Well, I'm
shuts
stabbing it.
again. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, you
How
can
long
do
does
it
it
while
stay
you have
open?
No, you have a moment where
Combo?
you can
I'm
do
right
that.
there. Yeah.
Combo?
Yeah, I want to stab it.
Combo
I want to stab it. I want to directly. I see this opportunity. We probably haven't seen this happen too many times.
Correct.
So I am directly with the sword, shield up just in case. Definitely just stabbing straight down into it, and I want to pump some kind of energy into it to hurt it real bad.
Okay, so I will say you can take increased effect for a worse position. Will you
I'll take it.
will you take that? So instead of risky,
Yeah.
this is going to be desperate, as this has a chance to go bad, but it's
Okay.
going to be great effect.
Can I spend a link? Because I have a link with Haze. I also have a link with Esmeray too if they combo it, because I know that was an
Combo.
option.
Let's combo
have-
this bitch.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
got links. Can I spend them on them?
You can. How will
Alright.
how does your link give prepare Haze for this moment, or assist Haze?
I'm gonna give Haze the an extra die to your action.
Okay.
I think whatever you're like about to do, Aranthe's like able to stop spinning from the blast in space in time to kind of see you and recognize what you're about to do, and like hear me out.
I love it.
So
Hear
like
me out.
Spider-Man shoots out webs. I could shoot out a web, and maybe when I shoot that web, I hit Paladin, and I'm able to just fucking throw him, with extra force.
Oh, okay. So you're
Yeah,
throwing
you see what
your
I mean?
your
Yeah.
your what did you call it in episode 1? Light something. What did you call
Hard
it?
Light?
Hard light.
light.
That was it. Yes. So you're using your
It's
hard light
all
to
light.
propel
You're
Paladin
guiding-
in.
You're guiding the stab, basically. You're helping
Yeah.
give more force behind it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna get like spun like the end of a flail, right? But I'm the chain part, so I'm just throwing you, giving
But
you more
I'm the
momentum.
chain
I'm
part.
doing straight damage, so I want that to be defy, so I get 3 die.
Definitely defy.
Esmer at that point, I'd like while I'm doing it, I'd be like, Esmeray now.
Yep. She's right there.
Spend that die on Esmeray. I got you on both
Go, Esme.
Go ahead. You can spend more than one link. Yeah.
Do it. Let's do it.
So
Also
it's gonna be
extra
same thing for
D1.
you. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
desperate and great effect.
Yeah.
I
I
got
hear ya.
a 6. Yeah,
You got a 6. Okay.
I did.
I got a 5 and a 1, so 5. Partial.
Okay. You stab this thing, inject this extra energy into it, and you see as right when this thing is trying to like close, the energy starts pulsing through it, glowing in a crescendo. The scream that you heard before is magnified again, and then there is a huge discharge that goes up Esmeray's, well, I should say, your engine's blade, Tethys. And I need you to take level 3 harm electrocuted.
I have you don't have to feel it. You reduce all penalties from harm by 1 level.
Okay, so you'll treat it as though it is level 2 harm, but you still have level 3 harm. However, at the same time, this thing starts smoking like it's burnt out, like, a circuit board has like been fried beyond capacity, and it starts drifting away from you all slowly. Not necessarily dead, but certainly not doing great. And is just drifting harmlessly away and doesn't seem to be acting like it's going to attack further.
I just want to kill it, man.
I think just for peace of mind, especially after watching these two getting so close to it and doing electrocution, like getting electrocuted, I think that I would have Prometheus just take the gun off his shoulder and just get, like, if it's not closed yet, just like fire off a shot into it.
Sure. That would be controlled and standard effect, I would say.
I think I would probably use Defy for that.
Yeah, that's.
And in my head, that's not
fine.
even a thing. That wasn't even a conversation that. I feel like that wasn't even a conversation between Prometheus and I. I'm just like watching it, and then he just takes out his gun. I'm like, is
Mhm.
it gone? And he just takes out his gun.
Also, please take an extra die for powerful.
That's 2.
Oh, was I supposed to get an extra die for powerful?
You should. Yeah, I'm not always
I'm
gonna
rolling
catch
it in
your.
case I get another 6.
I'm not always catching
didn't.
your all's impulses, but I'm trying when I
No, it's-
remember it.
That's
That'd
okay,
be
I
a
forgot to.
5.
Okay.
I did not.
You manage to connect with this as it's closing, and you blow a huge hole into the internal circuitry of this thing. But as you do so, it glows red and starts a... It starts... Do you know how... What's the best way? The light starts cascading around it, like... Wom, 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 and it starts accelerating faster.
Like a way?
Like it's in a wave around and around, almost like it's counting down to something.
Like it's gonna explode?
You think it might explode.
That's
Oh, good.
I wonder if
Okay.
can Prometheus hit this thing hard enough to, like, if it's kind of was drifting, can I see if I can hit it hard enough that it will, like, just
You're
go?
gonna try to kick the ball away
Can I
from the
kick
Argo.
the ball? I feel responsible. I'm feeling.
We could all kind of just.
What if we kick this ball? Do you
Kick
guys
it.
want to kick
We
this ball?
are so close to this thing. How close is it to the Argo and it's about
That's
to
what
freaking
that's my question
explode?
too. Like, how close is
Yeah.
the Argo?
Let's do a roll.
Oh,
How
yeah,
close is it
just
to
a
the
little-
Argo?
Just a little casual
Oh.
roll.
No.
Repercussions for my
Oh.
actions.
This ain't gonna say.
Side note, my earlier roll was... Oh, sorry, go ahead. I'll
No,
ask later.
you finish your thought.
My earlier roll was desperate, right? Because of the
Yes.
change in position.
Yes.
Does that mean I get an XP?
It does. Anyone
Is it
who's
in
rolled
Sun because I
desperate,
used Defy?
whatever ability you use, yes. So if you
Okay.
ever roll desperate, remember that you get an experience in the attribute that
Yeah.
you rolled.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
It is very close to the Argo, unfortunately.
Fuck my
All right.
life. Okay.
We gotta kick this thing.
And you have no idea
guys-
how big of an explosion this might be.
I would call into the headphones and be like, if this is too big of a risk for us all, I can Prometheus, like, we got this. I feel like I can do this. I feel like I can kick this thing.
By yourself? We don't have time for
No.
this.
Yeah.
I
Um,
feel
I
like
say
I
we all
just
combo
dragged
it.
you guys into trouble today.
No,
We can.
no. You do not have enough force to do it by yourself.
I don't
this
think
is an
even-
Argo-sized bomb.
I don't think all 5 of us do. Above table,
Mm-hmm.
can I burn all of my links
To do what?
to do Time Lord shit?
I mean, links don't really... Well, hang on. Do links work that way?
I'll
I don't
burn the
think-
rest of my transcendence. You can make me Eclipse after. I'll burn all my links. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to blow up the Argo right now.
I don't think that's how links work, but if you want to do anything within the realm
all
of
the
how
stuff.
links work, just don't blow up my home, man. Don't do it. No, I don't think that's how
Can
links
we not
work.
game
But
over halfway through the series?
oh, come on, you know I'm not
Can
gonna.
we wait. I got a question.
Yes.
Okay. Is this hole alongside one of the lines, the longitude lines,
Mm-hmm.
or is this a hole in the side of a random part of its body?
It's along one of the lines.
If it's along one of the lines, that means that we can make it blink again. Can we just do a group action to close it? It will lessen the blow. We're still probably gonna get hit by something, but in a sense, it could blow itself up.
So I would say, based on Hannah's analysis earlier, that is an option. If it doesn't
the
work,
shell.
you might be making it worse. So you could stop it from exploding, or you could make it explode immediately.
How would we stop it? If it's.
There's no way we're gonna be plugging this hole without making it close, and I don't think minimum 10 bitches can push it all together to go further away without killing us. So, in theory, if we do it as a group action, I do have synchronized, so I can reduce the stress
I would say
from y'all,
it
and
is
we can count
possible-
multiple successes.
It is possible for you all to get this thing away from the Argo if you make it a team effort, But
Speed bubble, Frank. Speed bubble.
then you just need to think about, can you get away fast enough before this thing explodes? And I'm starting a clock for the self-destruct time.
I am
No, you
trying to-
don't. No, you don't.
I do. I
Clock
have to.
stopper.
Oh,
If
This is
there's
my
ever a
fault.
question of who acts
Prometheus
first
got
with you,
it.
with permission, when the director advances the clock, you can say no.
all right. Well, I'm not advancing it yet, but yes, you can stop me from advancing self-destruct. There's a 4-tick clock called self-destruct now. What do you
It's
all
4
do?
ticks, guys. We should just close it.
Ye-
It is 4 ticks.
We are right next to the Argo. I'm proposing speed bubble or temporal bubble of some kind to shield us from the effects of this. Right?
Yeah.
So you can do that.
What is
if
the
we hit
speed
it.
bubble? Like
Yeah.
you're just saying
It's a-
speed
it's
bubble.
a-
I don't understand.
Frank knows what I'm talking about. It's a reference.
Frank
to-
is the boss that we are trying to beat
Kid.
and save at the same time. What is a speed bubble?
It's a
Unbury.
literal time bubble.
Like slowing down time within the bubble, I assume is what you mean.
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
I guess in this
And-
case it would be
and-
the other kind, but that's what I want to do.
So
I
you're
want
doing
to
that
bubble it.
with us shutting
So
it
that-
while we're trying to shut it down.
Well, yeah, because we don't know if shutting it down is going to make it explode or not. So if we are in the bubble, or somebody is in the bubble shutting the thing,
I just realized you were referencing Era
Yep.
2. Because
Yep.
now you've read it.
So yeah, I wanna make like a temporal force field around this thing.
Got it.
What are the limits
To your
of-
powers?
Yeah, it says I compel non-human things around me to hinder or distract foes, and I can compel the environment to change itself to suit my needs. But like,
Yep.
Tell me
What-
what it
what-
is, and I'll tell you how hard it is, or if it's possible. There are almost no limits. It'll just be how difficult and what the potential consequences of failure are. So we've got Haze is going to put a time bubble around this thing. Hannah is blank.
gotcha. Hannah's gonna transcend,
Mhm.
and I think with like understanding like how pissed off this thing was, I think she's gonna try to communicate with it using Ex Machina to try and it's gonna sound cheesy as hell, but try to calm it and to like try and in this. I guess like I know I can't make a connection, but if I can try to at least like understand in a sense and try to
I like
I
this.
was
believe.
really hoping someone was gonna try to talk to this thing. Okay, I'm very excited right now.
yeah.
I would say, what attribute would you be trying to do that with?
So I mean, everything is. So I feel I can make the argument
Empathize?
of using analyze for this because it was just like, dang, it sounded really pissed. I'm paying attention to that.
I feel like this is empathize. It has to be, which I know is not
Okay.
your forte. Does anyone have any links with Hannah? They can help.
I have the move beacon.
What does Beacon do?
Beacon lets you spend lets every ally spend a link effect. So
Oh.
in theory, we could all give Hannah a link.
Yeah. Can I also so like first time using links and whatnot, so I can basically try to lean on FB and hope for his help to try and communicate.
Ooh, okay.
Also, like, so using XP, I got enough to do for special abilities. I know that I can't use transcendent abilities, but I did give myself. Am I able to use my veteran ability, which is 2 steps ahead, so I can assist a teammate without spending stress? Can I use that and help
You can. What would you do to help?
I think because I was the one who's like, this thing's just leaving, and Prometheus takes
Let's
like a
shoot
fuck
it.
you shot. No. I would just go to Hannah's side and would also just be like, just sort of trying to, not knowing if I'm communicating with it at all, but being like, we could just wrap this up. Like, basically, like, trying to, like, give it the feeling of, like, we don't have to do this. Like, you could just go. You could just go. Like, we'll go this way, you go that way. Not knowing if it can hear me at all, but just trying to help get that sort of feeling across.
Okay. So you're using Beacon to give a link to Hannah. Hannah can use whatever form of link that she would like. I'm assuming you would want to use the plus die version of this.
Probably.
Haze is going to speed bubble to slow time down inside, and then Aylin is going to just basically help by being there. Now, my next question,
Moral support.
are Hannah and Aylin going into the speed bubble or staying outside of the speed bubble?
I don't think that would have. I don't think Hannah's like ought to have waited for other people at that point.
Okay. So I'm going to say for Haze, that's only going to be risky and standard effect for the speed bubble. For Hannah, that's going to be desperate and limited effect. And for Aylin, that's just going to be an assist. So you're going to take a stress and give Hannah an extra die. So Hannah will be rolling with 2d, one from the beacon and one from the Aylin assist.
And am I able to use like my links with FB in any way in that?
You can. You want FB to help try to reach this engine as well.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you can have multiple assists on the same roll. I'm allowing Beacon because it's a special ability on top of it, but otherwise I think it's just going to be the one.
But mine's from a special ability too.
Is it?
Yeah, because I'm using it from Two Steps
ability.
Ahead, the veteran
Beacon
ability.
is a transcendent ability. I must
we
correct.
got a special and a transcendent.
Hang on, let me look up Aylin's sheet, because I haven't seen this ability before.
Hi, she.
I took it last season.
That's why she's so pumped about it.
It's a good ability, and it's so great. Vidmax,
No, this
guys.
is that one is just the keyword is assist, so it is an assist.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say it would be
That's why I knew you
2d, desperate and limited effect. But Hayes, go ahead and do your speed bubble first.
I'm gonna argue for Defy again, like I always do. And can I also spend a link with Paladin since I need him to do this?
Sure.
Okay.
Beacon works on everybody.
Well, yeah,
So
you get to
technically-
give someone every person an assist for free. Yes.
Yeah.
One
Does
time.
that mean I get 4D, or do I not spend a link from Paladin?
So you would get one from Jini on top of whatever else is there. I don't know, I haven't been counting, but you would get one from Jini. If you're spending a link also, then that would be another one.
Okay. Cool. That's 4D. Ha ha ha.
And everybody here gets the extra D. Technically including the other hosts that are with us too. It's every ally that can hear me.
But they are not player characters, so
They're not, but I thought I'd let you know.
okay.
I was very lucky. I did get 1/6 out of that.
Okay.
2,
So
3,
you see
5,
this
6.
bubble completely envelop this city-size sphere. And then Nick, go ahead and roll for you're trying to communicate to this thing.
So desperate limited,
Yes.
and then 2. I am transcendent, so it doesn't matter. And then I get 2 bonus dice.
Yes. So it'd just be empathize with 2D.
4.
Partial success. How do you try to reach this thing?
I think the biggest way for her to try and reach it is trying to sit in that feeling that it kind of projected, that anger, that frustration, and just the same, like trying to think like the same way that she was able to connect with FB, and trying to reach out, mentally that way, and trying to. The biggest thing is the want for, like, the want for survival. Trying to, effectively that the olive branch of just like, well, we don't need to hurt you. We don't need to both. Not everyone has to die. It's like, you can feel you're hurting, but so is everyone here. Everyone's afraid. We can just stop.
Okay. I'm starting a second clock,
Tough.
and it's called Convince It to Stop, which is going to be 6 ticks. Haze, I am trying to advance self-destruct. Would you
Yep.
like to stop me?
I can only do it once per mission.
Yes, so I'm asking if you would like to do it now.
I thought I
No. He was just
I
making the clock.
I had
last
made
time.
the clock. I didn't try to advance
then
it yet.
yes, I would like to stop it now.
Okay.
Cut that shit out.
As Hannah, you feel like you are reaching it, but at the same time, you are angering it. And you feel, while FB is a newer engine, and you actually feel a sense of both fear and respect from FB towards this Leviathan, and you get the distinct impression that this thing is ancient, like older than Earth, maybe older than the galaxy. That this thing commands fear and respect. And you feel connected to it in this moment, but it's still the self-destruct timer of the lights keeps going and keeps accelerating. Would you all like to try to push it away? And Haze, I will say, you feel, in doing this, you might, if you wanted to try to help Hannah, you have unique insights because you have a window into the past about the interactions between engines and Leviathans on your visions. So it is possible, seeing as even if it didn't completely work, Hannah was at least in some way able to communicate with this thing, and it might actually be possible to get it to want to stop. Alternatively, there is still plan A of just yeeting this thing away from the Argo before it blows up, but I leave that all to you.
No, we're just yeeting it. Haze is not of a mindset to communicate with Leviathan.
So what are you doing
Unless
to yeet
Hannah
it?
asks for help.
Ooh, it's hard for Hannah.
Yeah, it is really hard for Hannah.
Yeah. If Hannah doesn't ask Haze, Haze has no love for Leviathan. And I'm going to control this bubble to contain that explosion while I'm saying, hey, Command, you might want to move the Argo. Shit's about to get crispy here, sir. If you'll excuse the French.
And you hear Staff Sergeant Jones come over the radio. Yeah, I'm on it, Haze. I can see it too. We're moving.
I'll contain it as much as I can.
Roger that. And you see the Argo start to turn. And you see, normally, because of how precious fuel is for the Argo, this thing doesn't turn very much at all, or really ever. It just kind of uses the inertia of it going. But this is an existential threat, and it turns, and you see them start burning fuel to turn this thing and propel it away.
So is that plan A, everybody? We're hitting this thing out of here?
Yeah.
Wherever it's going, I'm going. I'm containing it as long as we are within range of the Argo.
Sorry,
That's
Hannah. I
not
feel
up
like
for
it was
debate.
worth a shot. We're
Starting another clock called Yeet It.
going.
Eat it.
Yeet it.
Let me
Can't I just kick the thing?
Does anyone have
let
any
me try
ideas?
once more.
All right,
I mean,
try once more.
You convince it to stop, but I'm not letting this
Yeah, no.
bubble down.
And these
I-
plans are
It's
not
hard to do this
necessarily
shit, you know?
not necessarily mutually exclusive, by the way. So you can do multiple
One
things
more-
at once.
One more try, Hannah, but maybe tell it that this thing, that if it doesn't stop its self-destruct, we're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna send it out of here. But maybe, I don't know, maybe we talk to one in the future that's not about to blow up. I know, I'm curious too, but
This isn't out of love for it. This is out of ensuring that that we're safe out of this too.
maybe give it one more chance.
I'm gonna try the same. I'm gonna ex machina the heck out of this again, and try to. This time thinking through, like, feeling like, how ancient it is, and just her recent interactions with Arantha and her as an ability to understand. But if she's gonna try to reach out, and in the same sense of expressing that she's not going to understand everything, but understand that she's been like, if this Leviathan's been around for so long, they have to matter to others, and that if they blow themselves up now, it's not only will there be, we'll be missing loved ones on our side, but everything that's important to them in their own life, and she'd be probably having mental flashes of her own sister, trying the flashbacks to the carnage from, like, the engines that they just recovered, and just kind of seeing things more pieced together for her as things kind of more fall into place of everyone's hurting out of this engagement, and it's not going to, like, it ending things here isn't going, like, for itself and potentially us, isn't going to solve anything. If anything, it's just going to keep things going.
So
and try to embody that the best she can.
So Hannah, you realize as you're communicating that you're doing so from outside of a time bubble where time is slowed for it, and you are going to have a hard time reaching it. However, if you were to go inside the time bubble, you might have more time and a better time convincing it to do so. But that would put you inside a time bubble that time is going slower for you than it would for everyone else outside.
As long as, if Hannah's seeing it, like, impacting, like, it's like actually slowing down, then yeah, I think that's something that should be, like, sees that as, like, an advantage of, like, what else.
So you're going in the bubble?
Down to go in the bubble.
So instead of desperate and limited effect, it's going to be risky and standard effect.
Risky instinct. Okay, let's.
But it's still going to be empathize. And if you would like to use links again, go right ahead.
I can do beacon again and
It's
give
once
everybody
permission. Once permission.
Oh shit! It's once per
Hey.
transcendence. Yep. Oh,
AWOL.
never mind.
It's not
bad.
that
Two
OP.
steps
It's
ahead-
not that OP.
2 steps
Not that
ahead
OP.
is twice permission.
Bullshit.
Is it?
Could help again. It is.
Are you going to go into the bubble?
Yep.
Okay. To take a stress and assist on it. So
I
you
can do this without the stress with my.
Oh
the
yeah,
2
sorry.
steps
So
ahead.
don't
I'm
do
just
you
gonna
take
use
a
the last
stress.
one.
Okay.
Well,
So
I'm
that'll-
stressed, but she's not gonna.
I'm sorry. The
So
the
2D for
rule-
your empathize again.
and it's I'm sorry. Its position is what?
Risky and standard effect.
Thank you, risky standard. And then I love that it asked me like, "Are you transcended?" No, 0 dice. Yes, 0 dice.
But you get 2 bonus.
That's why I never roll. That's why I never roll here. That's why I never, ever roll here.
Oh.
So wait, do I not get any
That's
dice?
2
in
ones.
this-
Chat.
2
That's
ones?
2
What the-
ones.
That's
What?
Whew.
Wait a minute. You were
Hold
always
on.
rolling 2? No, because were you always rolling 2? You rolled 2 last time.
No, yeah.
You got
it
an
is-
extra for
he
me.
has 0 pips in empathize.
Yeah, because it's I roll. I can't
Girl.
make a connection or help a friend recovering downtime. So I roll an obligation. I always roll stars. So everything is stars based for my character. So I have like 1 pip in defy, and not in empathize. So that's why I was trying to like pitch it as ways of like seeing how it's reacting and trying to base it off of that and trying to connect the pieces and like the everything else that she's experienced today.
You all see Aylin and Hannah go into the bubble, and you wait a minute. You wait 2 minutes. And you still see, now within the bubble, to you, the light is going slower. To them, it's accelerating as Hannah, you try to reach this thing, and it only seems to get more and more enraged, and you feel like you're about to lose it. But to everyone else, you don't hear what's being said. They're just moving very, very slow. Haze, you can hold this for a little bit longer, but you know that your powers are not infinite and you'll not be able to hold this for that much longer. It's impressive that you've been able to do it this long.
Yeah,
What do you do?
I'm just gonna hold the line, let them do what they're gonna try to do, or assist them with trying to move it.
Do you want to try to move it? Jini, do you want to try to move it? Esmeray, do you want to try to move it while they're in there?
Can I go in there while trying to move it?
You can.
Yeah, do we have to stay outside to move it?
You could go stay outside or go in.
Let's get in there.
Each with its own unique set of risks and issues.
Yup.
You're going in? Okay.
Yep. It's us. It's just you and me. But does that count as a group action?
So how are you going to try to
Well,
move
I'm-
the thing?
I'm here too.
Haze would
I'm
be-
right
yeah,
next
Haze
to the
would be-
thing. I would be helping.
Yeah.
So you all are going
be
into
the-
the bubble.
Because I pretty much have my hands on it, right?
Well,
have
I was
this
I
bubble?
was leaving you the option. You could be in the
Okay,
bubble
you
or
were
out
outside it.
of the bubble, Mandy. It's up to you.
Okay.
You're controlling this thing.
I'm not trying to be in the bubble.
Okay.
So Mandy can
But
still.
so everyone but Haze
push
is
it
going
from
into the
outside.
bubble. Yeah, you could push it from outside.
I don't know if I can I push it and maintain? Because here's my logic. If this thing
Mhm.
explodes, I want to slow down the explosion so that we can get
Yes.
away or the Argo can get away. That's
I
the whole
got
point of
yes, I got that
Yeah.
part. Yes.
it. I know you get it. I'm explaining it to everybody here
Okay.
who doesn't read Cosmere books.
Yeah,
Thank
the idea
you.
is the explosion goes
Yes.
off and it may eventually leave the bubble, but it'll be going slow enough that the Argo would be able to get away. before it happens.
Yeah, this is where it's awkward because like you can't hear me outside of this, so that's where
Yes,
I'm like...
but you all can't communicate, and now that you're in the bubble, if it explodes,
I
you're
could
just-
probably communicate through the bubble.
I would say I would
'Cause
need
it's my
another.
bubble.
It is, and you could, but I would need another action to do so. I would say, but
Shit,
yes,
that's my
you
Could we
could.
just
one. I
go
don't
in there,
Yeah,
yank
just go.
them out, and then
Yeah.
move it?
Yes,
Do we
Yes.
need
you
to
could
be
do that.
inside?
You don't need to be inside.
Ginny,
the plan
we're
is
gonna
good.
go in there,
Stick
we're
your
gonna
head
pull them
in.
out, and then we're gonna push. Alright?
While you guys are
Sound
having this
good?
conversation, I feel like this thing getting angrier and angrier. I feel like I'd turn to Hannah and be like, we should get the fuck out of this.
I don't know.
It's
The older
not-
ones, no one wants to listen today.
Oh,
Tethys'
poor
arm just
Hannah.
comes through.
This one's not
Yank.
listening, Hannah. I have so much respect for what you're doing right now, but this is not
Oh.
worth getting blown up over.
And you feel Aranth and Tethys
It's just yoink.
yoink you out of the bubble.
Yep, you got yoinked.
And now, how are you all pushing this thing?
Your force of will.
Sheer force of will.
I mean, are you like
We
literally
can
going
make
to
shit,
kick
right?
it? Or are you
I
gonna
mean, yeah.
create something to push it?
I mean,
Wax poetic to me. How are you moving this thing?
I'm
Keeping
gonna
in
make
mind it's
multiple
20 times your
hard
size.
light. I'm gonna make multiple hard light
Slingshot.
arms to push it, so I don't have to
Slingshot
touch it.
Yeah.
But my hard
Slingshot.
light arms.
Slingshot.
Yes!
Aki.
Oh my God.
With
Slingshot.
what force? A
Hard
slingshot.
light.
So that means we gotta get around. We gotta go
So-
fly around, push it this way. A slingshot requires you to pull
Yeah,
it back
so
before letting it
you
go.
attach your
Boo,
hard
you're not
light.
fun. Boo,
Hold on,
hiss.
hold on,
Boo,
hold on,
boo,
hold on,
Wendy,
hold on.
boo.
No,
You
not
attach your
boo
hard
boo
light.
hiss. Okay, you got your
Okay.
Cosmere ball of doom.
I see we're learning
Boo, when
you touch the
astrophysics
burger,
today
boo.
on the stream.
Hold on. You attach your light to one of us. Maybe Tethys is a strong boy. And we loop around and just whip it.
What if while you guys are
Like a
doing
yo-yo?
that with my last transcendent action, I accelerate it?
So I got the cool thing of her FB shield's gonna break apart and into little like smaller rockets and use that to kind of push as well.
Cool.
Prometheus he's got
We can do a
rockets.
Swingy swing
I can add to
with
that.
the speed. With the rockets goes woo. Shoot it away.
I think with all the things we're doing, and if I use my last transcendent action to accelerate it, we're gonna send this thing fucking Team Rocket flying into space. Right?
That is the idea.
There's a lot of rockets involved.
All right. So this sounds
like
like
a group
flow
action
to
to
me.
push,
This is like a group.
synchronize.
This is like a
Yep,
group flow
synchronize.
Yep.
to me. Does this sound like
Yep.
group
Okay.
flow to everyone?
Yes,
Yep.
yes, it does.
Aight.
Absolutely. Synchronize.
Who
I-
is leading
I'll
this
take the
group
stress.
action? Okay, you are. Okay.
Me!
Everyone roll their
Fuck.
flow. So
Me.
this is going to be.
Oh, I
Oof.
should have gotten +1 off of sentimental. Shit.
This is going to be desperate but standard effect.
Okay.
Do I get a +1 for powerful?
Is this powerful?
I'm controlling time around a city-sized sphere.
Okay.
That's pretty fucking powerful.
Sure.
And shit.
What
Yeah.
about
Hell
what
yeah.
about what about brave? What would-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Yes,
say
yes,
brave
fucking
works.
brave.
I don't think this is
Perfect.
serene, and I don't think this is particularly fierce.
Okay. So
I also have
Mhm.
powerful though.
Yeah, powerful is fine.
I'm on
I'm
that.
just naming
Okay.
impulses. I can't see everyone's at the same
I'm
time.
sending a link. on
Sentimental
Paladin,
and
too.
lonely.
Yeah, I don't think this
Yeah,
is
I'm
neither
gonna-
sentimental. or
I feel like I could have gotten one of those for the other ones. I gotta pay more attention to those.
yes.
Okay.
I get -1 because I'm acting at level 2 harm.
Yeah, I would say,
but-
Nick, while you were trying to communicate it,
Yes.
because you get plus effect for the impulses, yes, I would say you would have gotten plus effect for sentimental while you were doing that. So remember those in the future.
Yeah.
Did you say this is controlled or risky?
Risky. No, I
Desperate
said it's
or risky.
desperate. Desperate.
Desperate.
and standard.
Oh, it's desperate? Okay.
It's desperate because of the harm that you may incur if it goes wrong.
2 6s.
So, we get
Spend a link too.
Do we get a bonus dice, or is it just regular?
Another 6.
Whatever you all have in
Yes.
flow.
There's another 6. There's another 6.
I
got another-
Yep, I got one.
Oh,
Sweaty.
3 6s. 3 6s.
So that's one
I got a 6
failure
on rolls
from
and
Hannah.
6, so we're good.
Was there any other failure?
Well, I haven't rolled yet because I'm still figuring out my dice here.
Okay.
So I have 1 pip in flow, but I get -1 from being at level 2 harm or acting at level 2 harm.
Mm-hmm.
But I get 1 back for brave,
Mm-hmm. So that's 1d.
so that's 1.
Mm-hmm.
I want to spend a link with Tethys,
Mm-hmm.
so that gives me 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to push myself.
So that's 3.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Oh, I can still push myself.
Okay.
Now you're learning Forged in the Dark.
Yeah.
Oh.
I am so close to eclipsing. This is not funny.
Now you guys
Don't
think of
worry.
portals. Let's go.
Now you're thinking with portals.
We're all close
6,
to
a
eclipsing
5,
now.
and a 2.
Another 6, 4 6s.
Another 6. So only
Let's
1
go.
failure, so you only take 1 stress from that.
I rolled 2
Okay.
6s. I rolled
Thank
2
you.
6s. I
You
did
got a
push
crit?
myself.
So
Yeah, I got a crit. I pushed myself so I can get a die back,
you
so
all
I can get my 3.
take the hard
4, we have
light,
4.
wrap it around this thing, push it back, and slingshot it out into space. And you wait the minutes and start to fly away back towards the Argo. And obviously, Haze, as you do this last action, your speed bubble fades as it goes into the distance, and you see this thing explode. And it seems like you're not going to get caught into the blast. However,
Oh no.
the shockwave coming from this thing is another thing altogether. And you can see, even with it being as far as it is, there's a chance that something very bad might happen. And we're going to use that opportunity to go to a break, a very late break on the show. We will be back in 10 or 15 minutes, everyone. I hope you're enjoying it. Go get a drink, water, alcohol, soda, coffee, espresso, whatever. And we will be back very soon. Don't go anywhere.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
4 6s, baby. That's 2 critical.
Coming back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to half 2 of the show. There's the music. There's music. Yeah. I hope you're all having a wonderful time, and I hope you're ready to continue getting sad with us. Oh, Mandy, you were AFK, but go ahead and change the experience. No point in me getting in the way of you having fun.
Okay.
If you are new here, welcome. I hope you are enjoying the show. Please follow the stream or subscribe on YouTube if you're watching it on YouTube. We really appreciate it. The best way to support us is just preaching the gospel of Magi RPG and letting everyone know how fun you have on Forged in the Dark Tuesdays and getting sad with us. Are all of our Tuesdays games sad? Kinda, yeah.
Yes.
Kinda, yeah. I guess we
Pretty
do have
much,
some
yeah.
fun in Ignite Recall, but it's still
Yeah.
also still sad. Oh well. If you would like to help support the stream monetarily, you can do that too. Armored Tips will show you how to influence the game, though we haven't actually needed it. The players have been able to get themselves out of jams through their own means. But also it helps us get artwork and support wonderful streams like this. Our money goes back into our production costs, which, because we get so much artwork, are significant, and we really appreciate it whenever you are able to support us. But if you can't, that's okay too. We value you just the same. Chatters, lurkers, whales, oilers, any prime forgetters in the chat. We appreciate you all equally. So thank you for being here on Tuesday nights. And in
Just
case,
call them whales to their face, dude.
I mean, there are streamers out there that are like, man, that stuff. Can I get 5 gifted? So if people can do that, I can just ask for, I can call people whales and oilers, just make sure.
TLDR, supporting Magi RPG also helps support independent artists, and everything we make goes back into the channel. I'm gonna stop to talk about the whales and the Oilers, please, for the love of fucking God. This is not Rise of the Conduit, okay? Oh no, Wayward.
Wayward.
Wayward, in it for the memes. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much for the 5 gifted.
No way, did he really do that? Oh my
Meme support is
fucking
the best
god.
support.
Thank you so much, Wayward.
Thank you,
So
Wayward, for the 5.
I think it's funny that it's from Wayward because you're the closest to Whale Lord, the whale Pokemon.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, look at that! Another one from a captain
Oh my god,
of the boat.
Captain Dopamine?
Of the
Oh my
boats?
god.
Of the
I
boats
hope-
to get the whales.
I hope
Yeah,
you
we're gonna be
all
vampires together.
enjoy your new
Fun.
subs and spam those wonderful emotes that we have.
Yes, enjoy your emotes, everybody.
The last thing
Momo.
before we resume is we have
Momo
a
in
Warhammer Wrath and Glory game starting in 2 weeks, run by Stormbeard and featuring many of the regular faces on this channel. Also, hi Momo. I hope you're doing better. I know you're awesome. So thanks for popping in and watching the game. And that is going to be happening in 2 weeks, and it's going to be really exciting. I was a Warhammer skeptic, and now I'm a Warhammer believer, even though the Emperor is just a fake corpse god that's not real, and people should stop worshiping him. All for the greater good. Amen. Let's get back into it.
Best of Miniatures just gifted a sub to Oiler. Speaking of, okay, this is the
How many
Love it,
subs
love
just
it.
got gifted? Wait, what is happening?
Never, ever, ever fucking disrespect whales ever again in my presence.
I did not disrespect whales. I thanked the whales, and I asked for some pity primers. Okay, so
Oh my god.
You got a prime right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
I feel like a bastard right now. Oh my god, it literally is Oiler.
You were making a meme and now people are making it reality.
Well,
Name all 40,000 whales.
Oh Lord.
Even.
You all have a shockwave going towards you from a blown up Leviathan that self-destructed in
Yeah.
the distance, heading towards your home and you. What would you like to do?
Like the shockwave of gift emotes we just got, or gift subs we just got. There's an actual shockwave threatening to kill us.
Oh Lord.
We didn't get our wiggles out before going live.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's bad.
It's not funny. It's terrible.
Horrendous.
What are you? Lock in, lock in.
Thank you.
What are you all doing about the space shockwave that's hurtling towards you, and potentially some debris?
I don't have
Thank
any
you,
more
everyone, for all the
transcendence actions. I'm
subs.
fucked.
Can one try to dodge a shockwave? Can I try to fly very fast?
You could, but the Argo can't.
I was gonna. Can I?
What's
Can I try to, like, if there's a bunch of debris potentially flying at us, can I try and like scan it for like what is potentially like going to do the most damage to us?
Yes. That is a great thing. That sounds like analyze. Just be controlled and standard on that one. And I would say this would increase the effect of follow-up actions in this section.
Oh, it's love it. A 4.
Partial success. I need to make a clock. This is gonna be a 4-tick clock. Stop the damage. For flying space debris and shockwave.
Thank you so much for all the gifted subs, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Appreciate
This is
you.
so many subs. This is
Level 5 hype train. Thank you.
yeah. Seriously, thank you, everyone.
Guys, what the heck?
Did not expect. I don't know what I
Good
did.
Lord.
You
Thank
memed
you.
too close to the sun, Icarus.
Yeah.
I surely did.
Y'all are my favorite little whales.
I didn't know you spoke whale.
Guys, listen.
Lock
I go
in.
to
What are
sleep
you all
with
doing about the
animal
shockwave?
facts.
So no. So what do I get? What is the?
You will get increased effect on how to mitigate the
But like, is there anything that stands out?
there is bits and pieces of enormous metal shrapnel. The Leviathan itself has exploded, and whatever makes up their cold, dead bodies and hearts is coming towards you at accelerated pace.
You dead sphere shrapnel.
I have. So, Prometheus has missiles, like targeted missiles. Could I try to see how many, how
Ooh,
much of the debris
countermeasures. I like
how much of the
this.
debris I can blow up, shoot up?
I will say the more of it you try to get, the riskier it will be, but you could potentially get all of it if you put yourself in harm's way.
I am absolutely going to put myself in harm's way and try to blow up the debris.
Do you tell everyone to make a run for it while you're doing this?
I sure do. I'm just like, you guys, I've put you in enough danger today. Prometheus and I, we can do this. We can blow this up.
Aylin, you might say that only you can save your friends right now. Please go ahead and I would say this sounds like Defy. And roll it desperate but great effect.
And I would like to use... Can you use more than one link at a time?
Yes. Can you use more than one link at a time? I believe so, but I think
because
it's
I have links
page
with both
50.
Prometheus and Haze that I would like to use, if possible, right now.
Mandy, you're always way faster than me at this, but even though I
Yeah.
am looking, I know you will probably find where the links are before I do while we both look. I did find it, though. 55.
Recover 2 stress, ignore 1 harm tag, +1 D to allies' action, prevent their eclipse on a 4 or 5
Yeah, I
result.
just want to see, can you use them as... Yeah, I think you can use as many.
Yeah, I think there's no limit on links. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, so you can just chain spend them if you need to. What are you spending them on?
Would I be able to spend them on just my, I think, Defy roll to blow these up? Is that possible?
Yeah. If you use it with Prometheus.
Yep, I'll use them with Prometheus. So that'll be 2 extra dice for that. Use those 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm sorry, could you tell me again how that roll's gonna go?
It's going to be desperate but great effect. Defy.
Okay. Put everyone in enough danger today. Telling them everything earlier, and also being the one to Prometheus shot this thing that made it end up exploding. Transcendent, no. So for bonus dice, it's 2 extra.
Did
And
you have
would
2 links with Prometheus?
Oh, I was taking one from... I think I accidentally took one from Haze. So that'll be 1. And then 1
You can
for...
also
can I
push
have one-
yourself if you want.
I'm going to, yeah. And then could I push myself and then also use 1 for powerful?
Yes.
And have 3?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so that's a 5.
Aylin, you have always wondered why Prometheus chose you when everyone thought that Prometheus was going to choose Haze. You have always wondered why you were the one that wasn't powerful. Why, even when you were given knowledge that no one else has by Bishop, it was only because you weren't a threat. And you suddenly feel the power within you that you have never felt before. And you feel yourself start to transcend. How does Aylin transcend?
Aylin transcending is a larger version of herself, but one that is at the same time becomes like her eyes roll back in her head and she becomes literally part of Prometheus. Like his like biomechanical sort of like wiring comes out and wraps around her and she's sort of suspended in the cockpit and just eyes rolled back becomes part of him.
And please take Hero's Destiny, and you can decide what Enlight Transcendent ability you would like to take after the session. As you start shooting with these missiles, intercepting the debris, shooting it down, blowing it up into dust, and then charge forward and take the shockwave itself directly into Prometheus. It hurts. Prometheus is going to end up taking a damage unless you would like to resist that. But you manage to completely shield the Argo and your friends from harm.
I think I would like to try to resist it.
And I believe resistance in this case is it sun? I think it is sun.
It's just the sun with nothing added.
Yeah, you just roll sun. 6, take 0 stress.
Nice.
Prometheus and I, we're in sync right now.
And you all see Prometheus and Aylin glowing.
I think like not even fully understanding what's just happened, like fully letting it sink, and I'd be like, "Are you guys okay? Did we do it? Did I do it?"
You did great, darling.
Amazing job.
We did it.
Great job, team. Get back to base.
Understood.
Making our way.
You all head back to the Argo, docking, and you see many relieved faces of your engineers and other military officers. Very muted celebration. But you do catch a kind of smirk from Staff Sergeant Jones at you, Aylin, when you climb out of Prometheus, and he just kind of says, "Did I just see what I think I saw?"
Yes, sir.
And very out of character for him, he actually hugs you.
Oh.
I feel like, yeah, Aylin would absolutely burst into tears at that and hug him back.
Sweet baby.
Congratulations, soldier.
Sir.
Why don't you take the squad and celebrate?
I think we've earned a celebration.
I'll handle the reports. You just keep making us safe.
Thank you, sir. That's absolutely what we're gonna do.
See you tomorrow.
I think after letting go of him, I would sort of pat Prometheus, and then if Haze is around, I think I'd run up to Haze and give her a hug next.
Yeah, she'll hug you back. You did it.
Yeah, I did it.
It all makes sense now.
Oh, you mean me being here?
No.
Time
It's okay.
thing.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. I feel like we've got lots of things to talk about later, but right now we can just have fun. We did it.
For now, we celebrate.
Right.
Agreed.
What do you all
Yo,
do?
GM, real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
In the dock bay, because we're all getting out of our engines. Is Bishop here?
Hey, Bishop, did you see what I just did?
Bishop is
Yes.
not here, but if you had to guess, he might be trying to figure out what just happened.
Okay, I still got my practice smile on, but I'm keeping an eye if I see him.
Mm-hmm.
I see him.
Shredded Ginny's looking around while Aylin's going, do I look taller? I feel taller. Do I look taller, guys? I feel big. I feel really big.
Sweet little thing.
I'm gonna be there, my harm to ass, for the celebration.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna say-
got seared.
Esmeray
Yeah,
and
God, are
Scott.
you guys okay? Sorry, I got so excited. Are you guys okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll walk it off.
Nothing another skin graft can fix. I'm still watching though, man. I don't trust.
Yeah, no,
I know.
if Ginny's
I know
on
what
edge,
happens next. I know what's gonna happen next. So I'm good. That's what I'm doing. Okay, we're gonna party. I ain't drinking shit.
Yeah,
Everybody
if
else can drink shit, but I'm watching.
If Ginny's on edge, then Esmeray is also on edge. She would not.
We're gonna celebrate. But we're gonna be
we're gonna put
responsible here. Yeah,
Responsible.
exactly.
I'm an
Responsible.
adult.
We're gonna be the party
Yeah,
moms, and
We're gonna drive you home. I'm gonna walk you into your home to make sure there's no motherfucker waiting to turn on the light, sitting in a fucking chair that shouldn't
Check.
exist.
It's like you've read from my playbook or something. You're getting rid of every trope in the book. What am I supposed to do? You got me in a box here, okay?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I
What's
do.
in
Stay
the
in the box.
oh
The same. No, I'm not gonna make that joke right now. Stay in the box, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
You all have a good night out. Have some real steak.
That's so nice.
Maybe dancing.
A little bit too much makes a bunch of toasts about you guys believe me when nobody else did. When nobody else did, everyone said, why is she on the team? She don't belong on the team. But you guys knew. You guys saw something. I didn't even see it sometimes. Didn't even see it, but you guys saw it, and you guys believe in me, and I'm gonna keep on proving it. Alpha team.
So she's at this point in the night, she's done that like 4 times. Same speech.
He's not doing it.
That's the energy.
That's usually me at karaoke.
That's like that's us at Gen
Love you
Con,
guys.
just fucking wasted.
Yeah. For the 15th time, I fucking love you guys.
You guys.
Just keeps doing a toast and looking over me every time I do something. Be like, "Is Haze what? Is Haze what? She's watching. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool."
Haze. Sober.
And you all go through the night. You're just paranoid. Is Bishop showing up? Is Bishop showing up? Is Bishop showing up? Everyone's thinking
out
it.
of my brain.
And
You deserve
for
a free
once,
night.
it seems that he doesn't. It
That's
seems
also
that
concerning.
the man lurking in the shadows is content to let you have this one. And I think that you all happy protected the Argo again. Just superficial damage to it thanks to Aylin's heroic effort and ascendance to being an elevated. I think that is a great place to conclude tonight's session.
Heck.
But elsewhere in the Argo, what's appropriate
Where?
music?
Where, Frank?
How fucking dare you?
On my special night.
Right in front of your salad.
Right for my salad, dude.
There
The
is an
60s I love
emergency session of the Central Authority being briefed by members of the Hourglass Network. Talking about a calculated mistake that they have made, and they may have put the Argo in danger. We cut elsewhere to the research core, where we see Vidalia hard at work. She doesn't look stressed. She looks determined. Alone in the lab, making notations, adjusting things in experiments. But she's working so fast. She's made so much progress. And she is just reaching out with her hand, and a notebook from across the room goes to her hand. She starts writing it. She goes and looks at a piece of electronics and turns the dial, and across the room, the temperature goes up. And then she crosses her legs and begins floating in the middle of the room. Objects, notebooks, and experiments zipping around her like Fantasia. Elsewhere, Cole and Iris Frost are meeting, having a calm dinner at home together, and starting preparations on a contingency that they never thought they would have to enact. And finally, we get to Michael Hari packing a go bag in his small apartment. And we leave you all there. I hope you all had a wonderful session. We will be back next week to see how things continue developing in this brave new world where researchers have powers plots are being uncovered, and triumph is being experienced by our party for now. We will be back in 1 week. I hope you all had fun. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. See you next week.
Make sure you have fried chicken on Tuesdays.
God damn it.
Perfect strangers, just the two of us. 침묵 속에 대화 till the sundown. 말하지 않아도 만지지 않아도 알 수 있는 사람도 있구나. After all, we are lonely souls. 덩그러니까 따른 fishbowl 속에 내 던져진 물고기들 말이처럼. But right now, honey, we don't have to go and feel lonely. From now, I am with you only, only. Yeah. 내가 나인 듯, 넌 너인 듯. 서로를 알아봐. I think I know you already. You're lonely, lonely. So you better hold me, 'cause I know you're feeling lonely. Things you can't buy for money, money, Perfect strangers, we're meant to be together till long